So who said I love you first? Who did?
In what situation?
In any of your relationship, who said I love you
It
first?
was 50-50. It was always 50-50. But more on a male side than a female side.
So what made you fall to say I love you first to a man?
The first time I told a man I loved him, it was on a sense of the amount of time we spent together and how I realized, I guess, how much he did to like make me feel happy, I guess.
Is it an emotional support or a physical support?
Emotional.
So when a man says he loves you, then it gets you emotional. Am I correct?
Not all the time.
So what does a man get when he says I love you?
What do you mean, like, gets?
Well, he's given by saying I love you. That means he's a giver. And if he's given the I love you, what does he get in return?
What he got already? Me. What?
Oh, so you are the prize, right?
Like, what more does he need?
Why do you feel like you're the prize?
Let me tell you something personally about me. I'm a very stubborn, independent, miserable woman.
So you
And
won't.
if you can handle me, you can handle anybody.
So you won't submit to a man ever. So he's gonna have to break your back, right?
Oh, God.
Why does every black woman feel like their back has to get broken? You see why I make videos? To
Let me tell
educate
you
man.
something. No.
To educate the man.
Rewind. Back up. Listen.
Whoa. You don't interrupt me when I'm talking.
Who are you to tell me?
Don't
not
come
to
on
listen
my
to
channel
me.
and
Listen
talk
to
over
you,
me
finna catch
while
his
I'm
hands.
talking.
You finna catch his hands.
No, you're coming on my channel trying to talk
Listen,
over me. That
any woman you
bouginess
want to
is
make
not
some,
gonna
listen, go
work.
ahead.
Calm
Go
yourself down,
ahead.
Missy.
Go ahead.
Your braids are too tight. Calm
My
yourself
braids are
down.
not tight.
The blackness is coming out now.
I beg you.
The braids are too tight, okay?
I beg.
So calm yourself.
Listen.
Whoa. I'm gonna talk and then you're gonna talk. Okay? So this is my channel, my platform. You're not gonna come here with your bougie self with a tight braid talking over me. Go ahead.
Listen to me. I do not have a problem with submission, but it has to be specific. Can't use everything.
Exactly.
Because no man is going to try to sit there and tell me to do A to Z and expect me not to argue between like A to J. Because I am not someone you can just say, do this, do that. You have to give me a valid reason to do it.
So you're telling me that black women have a problem submitting to their
Not black women, all women.
their
All
their
women
husband
do.
to a man.
All women do.
So what will it take for you to submit?
Okay,
To
on a
your
sexual
husband.
level, maybe. On a life decision, like if, okay, for instance, we're buying a car, we're doing it together. If we're buying a house, we're doing it together. Right? The decision in the house, like putting the decor together,
Yes.
that's me. You just sit and watch.
Is he allowed to have a picture of his mom on the wall?
Is it a picture of him and his mom?
I don't know, just a picture of his
If
mom.
it's him and his mom and like the rest of the family, sure. But if it's just his mom, no. Mm-mm.
Why can't he have a picture of his mom on the wall and it's his house?
It's our house. Correction.
Well, it's both of you house.
Okay, if you have a picture of your mom on the wall, I can have a picture of whoever I want on the wall. Meaning, I can have Idris Elba on my wall, and you can't be mad.
You see, that's the thing. You gotta leave selfishness out of your relationship.
How is that
And remember, when you are committed by God, that you are one. So there's no his and hers. It's ours. You gotta learn
Okay,
to
but
use the
okay,
word
look at it like this. What if I don't like
ours.
your mom? What if me and your mom don't have a relationship?
That does,
Am I
you're not
supposed
you're
to
not with your
allow?
mom. You're not with a person.
But I'm supposed to allow her on my wall. So like every
What if
time
he's
I
a
walk,
mommy's boy?
if he's a mama's boy, we gonna cut that because you cannot put your. I understand. Okay, it's your mom. I'm not gonna disrespect her.
That's
but
right.
you cannot put your mom before your wife.
Yeah.
Because
No, you
you
can't.
left your mother's house to be married to me.
Leave and leave.
Like, if your mom is one of those people that calls every 24 seconds and all this time, you're like, oh, I need this. She has a husband and she probably has other kids.
So let me ask you something. Who's the head of the house?
He is, obviously. But when it comes to certain things, it has nothing to do with the head of the house. It has to be between the two of us.
Do you lie? that your husband is the head of the house?
Do I like it?
Would you feel comfortable in having a man take full headship of you?
No.
The Bible says it though.
I know the Bible says
You're
it.
gonna have a hard time.
But you have to
and
understand
you need
at the
to
same
pray.
time, he
You need prayer.
can't always get the final
No,
say.
he cannot. I agree that he cannot. Is it okay for you to correct your husband?
If it needs to be corrected.
Is it okay for him to correct you?
Yes, if I need to be corrected.
Can you teach? Can he teach you something? Are you teachable?
Yeah.
Are you listenable?
Yeah, when I want to be.
Can you learn?
Of course.
Are you gonna
course.
listen?
Of course.
What is it gonna take for you to submit to a man that says, I love you first? Because remember, we're talking about who said I love you first.
I swear. What I get myself into. Listen. I will talk on this. I've never been married before. I'll say that.
That's right.
I've never been in a relationship where I almost got engaged. But it is what it is. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be with somebody that is gonna think they always get the last say. They get the last decision. They tell me X, Y, what to do. It has nothing to do with that. Because in my household, there is certain things that my dad does. There's certain things that my mom does. My dad has always been the man to pay all the bills, take care of the house. When it came to the stuff inside the house, my mom did the groceries, my mom took care of the kids, and XYZ. I grew up where both my parents were always around. I grew up where I watched my dad take care of my mom, even in her worst points in life. And vice versa, my mom took care of. But there are certain things that my dad would say, my mom would put her foot down and be like, no, this is how it's going to go. And he would bicker and complain, and then he'd hit reality and he'd be like, okay, maybe she's right. And there's certain things that my mom will do and my dad's like, no, this needs to be done this way. She'll listen. I will do the same thing because I personally don't like to be told what to do. And I personally don't like to be corrected if I know what I'm doing is right. And the personality that I have, if you can't prove to me why I did something wrong, we're gonna have an issue, because I'm not gonna stop until you understand that what I did was right, and what you think I did was wrong, it is actually right. And vice versa, if you do the same thing, that's fine. Because at the same time, everyone has their own personal opinion to things. But it comes down to, one, communication, and two, you gotta be fair.
Absolutely. Now, what would you do to keep your marriage going? What would it take, or what would you do? To what extent would you go?
Gotta switch it up. Can't be.
No, I'm asking, what would you do?
Can't be generic. Can't be doing the same basic stuff where, wife comes home or husband comes home and it's just dinner, bed. You gotta switch it up. You can't be boring. You can't just expect me, especially, for me, I'm a very adventurous person. I like to do new things all the time. I'm not saying that I want a man on that level, but I want a man that's willing to try. And then at the same time, if there's things that he does that I don't like, I'm not gonna say no, I'm not gonna do it. That's not fair.
Can you teach him?
Of course.
Would you want a man that you have to teach to be adventurous like you?
I don't want to teach him. I just want him to be able to do it on his own. And if he can't do it, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for trying.
Okay. Since we're talking about who said I love you first, give me 3 good quality that make or break a man for you.
I'm not looks. Looks is not a thing for me. You gotta respect me, my family, the people around me. And on that respecting, you gotta respect how I view things, and vice versa. I will respect yours. So respect is one of them. Communication is another one. If you can't communicate with me, we're gonna have a problem. I'm a talker, and I will talk. And if you can't relay back or answer me when I talk to you, that's a problem. And I have to trust you. I have to trust you. I have trust issues. If you give me the benefit of the doubt where I can trust you, or I'm not peeking around every corner to know what you're doing, or I'm doing all the 9 yards to make sure that you're being loyal, we're gonna have a problem. But if you give me one position where I can't trust you, I don't know who you're gonna see. I really don't. And that's that.
Okay, so you have trust issues, I'm hearing.
Yep.
You want a man that respects your family. and
Communication.
and has communication. Communication is a big thing because if you give away the communication within your relationship, then there's no talking. It's just a broken telephone.
Yeah.
Like, this is Ryan Lang MVP, and I know this is a longer than expected video because we have Tori Rowe all the way from Calgary. And I gotta give a shout out to my biggest fan in Calgary, Alberta, Neville. I know you're gonna be watching this. This is how we do it. And I had to put her on the spot to show you that she was here. Because if she says she wasn't here, then she was here.
I wasn't here.
If you like my videos, do remember to press the subscribe button, press the bell icon, so you can get notified for my future video. Unfortunately, Tori out-talked me on this video. She just took over my channel.
Of course.
And
because I know what's right. Because women rock. Women know what to say and women understand.
There's 2 women in here saying I don't make enough women videos, so I had to put them on the spot and let them out-talk me. And it's okay. After that, we're gonna go back to the manosphere topics. And you know how we roll. They say I'm sexist and they don't like my videos, but guess what?
Actually, no.
The man them.
Correction. In the comments, females, not even males. I don't hear about none of you males. Females, tell me any video you've watched that he's placed on YouTube, and tell me he doesn't just talk about men. Exactly. Tell me, because if I read the comments and I see it, I'm gonna make a video for him to understand where he's wrong.
Hey, I want somebody to prove me wrong. Nobody has proved me wrong yet. This is the first female I've had on my channel that has outspoke me, and I like these kind of good thing. But any woman want to put me on blast, you're more than welcome to. Because this is Ryan Lang MVP, and keep watching. We're gonna have more guesses in the future.